Hello everyone, I'm Mark at Southern Cross Amateur Astro, and I'm just bringing you a bit of a follow-up to my last couple of videos on installing the Gemini focuser. What I've done is I've taken the EAF I had on the other telescope and I've stuck it on my 150mm or 6-inch refractor, an F8 one. It's a very old Skywatcher one, achromatic and everything else, but I thought I'd just follow up setting that up and getting it in focus the first time, because it's never had a focus motor on it before, so it was just something different to do. I'm actually doing a live session right now, so that's what's going on at the moment. I'm getting the Pencil Nebula or Herschel's Wedge done, and with this telescope it's actually the first time I've done any DSO with it. I just wanted to check out how it goes. It's one advantage of doing narrowband imaging on a monocam is you don't need to buy the most expensive telescope you can get. You don't need all the colours to be focusing at the same spot. So this achromatic's perfect for that. It cost me $100 second hand, so I got away with that there. And as you can see, nice round stars and everything else, so everything's going well at the moment. I might have a bit of a problem coming up. I haven't set up the mount limits for this telescope, and I've got a feeling I'm going to hit the mount very soon, so I'll have to see how that goes. That's why I'm getting all these skips. It's pointing straight up, so we'll see how that goes. But I recorded a video earlier when I did the initial focusing on this, and I'm just going to voice over that while this is going along. So we'll get going here, start playing it. Now basically I've just installed the focuser, connected it, it's set at position 0. This is a ZWO EAF. Make sure you're on a luminance filter or no filter. Then what I did was I started live view, and then I had to turn on the auto stretch so you can see something. Then, not knowing anywhere near where this one would be, I started at 5000, and by having live view going on short exposures, it'll let me see when I'm getting closer and closer to focus. Now you can just see down here maybe a bit of a star starting to come into focus, well, getting closer to focus. As you can see the mouse there going around, and that's just showing you, that you are heading in the right direction. So I'm here at the first step I did was 5000, and as you can see the star's nowhere near in focus. So I'm going to move this up to 7500 and see how that goes. I don't think it'll be enough, but that's what I was trying at the time. So just by having live view going, I've only got 1 second exposures going on this. It just lets me see as it gets to focus. So if I go past the focus point, I'll know about where it was because I can check it. So as I say here, you see 1 second exposures. Back to this. And 7500, still not in focus, so we'll go up to 10,000, and away we go, and we'll see how that gets. So as this is going, as you can see, you can follow it going in. The stars are coming more and more into focus, and as it goes in, okay, so it goes, I've got mine to overcome some of the backlash. I've got a 500 step inward move, so 10,000 doesn't look too bad. So I'm just going to have a look at one of these stars. It's getting a nice HFD of 2.24. It's not too bad at all, 1.75. So 10,000 becomes a good starting point to do an autofocus run. So let that go for a minute. I had to think here about whether I was going to try and adjust it more, but I thought no, that's good. So turn off live view, open up Focuscraft, set it to calculate, go into the settings. I used the auto settings on this originally, but then I thought 60 is too much. I play with these a little when I'm trying to get better focus in, so I went 45 steps, and that's the only thing I've changed. As you can see my other settings there. Okay, and hit run. So now I'll just let it run through. Like I said, make sure you turn off live view before you try and do your autofocus run. So this is only 1 second exposures again for my images than this, so it won't take too long, and you'll just see the HFD coming down quite well here. And this one ends up, I'll tell you now, it ends up with a pretty good graph. I'll rerun it again at the end of it because I just want to make sure it's centered. It ends up a little bit on one side. I just wanted to make sure I get it centered. So this is how I did it. I just, like I said, I did steps out with the focuser, watching on live view to see about when it was in focus, and then just tried to fix it up a little bit there, see if it needed it, and this is what it came up with. But it's the easiest way to find the focus. Like I said, I've never had a focuser motor on this one, so it's good to be out testing it tonight. That's just about done. So the center's down around the 10,000 mark there somewhere. And of course this is just a random point in the sky I've gone to. Didn't pick anything in particular. And calculated it. So 10,087. 10,087. So it'll go back there. And as you'll see, it doesn't look too bad, but I'm going to run it again just to see what I get. I could possibly have done this with longer exposures, but so I'll just hit run again, see how it goes. And we go through it all again, and it centers out very well this time. It was just, you know, a double check, make sure it's right. I mean, I'm imaging in HA and O3, and they're my O3 at the moment that I'm running. It's been very well in focus. So we'll just see how this goes. I mean, the mount at this time is not polar aligned or anything. It's just, until I get it in focus, I can't polar align it, simply because I'm using an off-axis guider. And the off-axis guider isn't in focus unless my main camera is in focus, so I've got to do this before polar alignment. As you can see, it's forming a nice little curve there, but it's all worked very well today. And this is what I'm looking for, a more centered type of curve, rather than being off to one side. This one actually ends up being quite a good curve. I'm very happy with it. It throws away the first and the last and keeps the rest. Last image. There you go, 10,105. Now it goes back there, and they'll all nicely be in focus again. And there you go, that's the focus run done. It's got its position. Like I said, the stars are all pretty round. That's it for that video. So that's just how I do it if I'm doing it without knowing about where to start to begin with. On my other one I had an idea where to start, but with this one I had no idea how far it was going to go out, because it's got a much longer travel on the focuser tube, about twice as long as the other one. I think the maximum steps I've got on this one's 30,000. So this is still going, which is good. And as you can see, the focusing's working just fine. Nice round stars. I'm very happy with them. But that's it. I think I'll finish this one here, let this session keep going and get back to it, and see if I need to worry about this meridian flip that's coming up in a few minutes. I might have to stop and go ahead and not do it, and just pause it and do a manual flip, I think. So wish you all clear skies, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.